I'm Chris Phillips. This is Jazz FM. We are in Lviv in Ukraine. We're here for the Alfa Jazz Festival, and it's fair to say that over the years, if a radio station was to have a best friend, a best mate, then for Jazz FM, this man, he's our Bezzy, as they say up north, Gregory Porter. Welcome back to Ukraine. This is not your first time here, is it?
This is not my first time here. Actually, Ukraine was, in a way, the first place to discover me. I've been here 10, 11 years ago. So, yeah, it's good to be back.
We thought we discovered you. Ukraine discovered you?
Ukraine, Russia and Ukraine discovered me.
Looking super cool in the tricolor linen, very summery, the signature Kangol. I like to think that I'm fairly well traveled, but I don't come anywhere close to you on the road. And you just got in, you're jet lagged. Actually, I know where you've been, because I'll tell you why. From my family perspective, my sister went to see you at the Cobb Energy Arena in Atlanta a couple of days ago. Yeah. And here I am, the other side of the planet with you in Lviv.
Wow.
Amazing.
That is amazing.
So, you travel so much, man. Do you ever get a chance to take in the culture around you? This is a beautiful city.
This is a beautiful city, and there's a great market. I'm fascinated by places that that are a little bit out of the way in terms of places that you would go for tourism or something like that. This is an extraordinary city. And, I like the fact that music takes us to places like this, and we get the chance to share culture. I would love to be on the ground for a week and really just immerse myself, but I don't get a chance this time because the tour continues. But sometimes I do. It's rare. If I'm doing 250 shows a year, I'm on the road 300, so I got to get home sometime. So it's pretty rare.
I was sitting in the main arena at the Alfa Jazz Festival last night, and they were flashing up the forthcoming acts, and there you were on the big screen next to Herbie Hancock. And I wondered maybe 12 years ago whether you would ever have conceived of such a thing. Yeah.
The conception was only constructed in my dreams, and so now that it's a reality, it really is amazing. I think people talk about the state of jazz and where it is in terms of importance. It's very important. And I think for me, in a way, I don't feel like I'm contributing to jazz or even contributing to music. I think jazz and music is contributing to me. It really is the other way around. And it's that way for all musicians. It's like it's giving to us. And so, I feel lucky every time I get a chance to go on stage. And I mean it. I'm not just saying that for this massive microphone. I'm saying it because
they're getting bigger, aren't they?
They're getting bigger.
Our microphones.
Jazz FM is getting huge. It's getting huge.
I love the way you parallel music and love, and you get a lot of love on the road. Are we going to see some new music from you?
Yeah.
When we see you play at Alfa Jazz?
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. In a way, every place you go to, you give a prescription. It's new music. It may not be new music for you, but I haven't been to this part of the world for over 5 years. So, as people, just as I got off the plane, I'm signing CDs, and people, they want to hear "Be Good." They want to hear "On My Way to Harlem." They want to hear the things that they haven't heard.
When you say you got off, were they waiting for you at the airport?
Yeah.
They were waiting for you at the airport?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I have some history in Eastern Europe, and it's very important to me. My wife's family is actually Ukrainian. They live in Russia, but my wife's family is Ukrainian, and so I'm connected now to this soil.
You're home.
Yeah, really. My son is Russian and Ukrainian. So, yeah.
We know that you've spoken and sung about your your mother and talked about the jewels she dropped. And recently we've been enjoying a version that you've done of Horace Silver's Song for My Father as well, so covering off all the parental sides here. Tell us about how that project came out with Louis Hayes on drums.
You know, it was something, he approached me about it some years ago. I was still living in Brooklyn, and, you know, my little star was still, you know, trying to rise. And he approached me. I played with his brother. Funny thing is, I played with Louis Hayes' brother here.
In Ukraine?
In Ukraine, yeah. Gerald Hayes. But anyway, it didn't happen then. And then when the opportunity came up again, I was definitely keen to do it. The music of Horace Silver is something that's kind of been at the start of my understanding of jazz. When I was trying to get in with the musicians, you know, you had to find tunes that were palatable and suitable for them. Sometimes they didn't want to do all the songs out of the American songbook, but if you pulled up something from Horace Silver, they was like, oh, you know, and it was a beautiful lyric. You know, Horace is a spiritual dude, and he wrote his lyrics connected with his music in a spiritual way. So,
and right off the back of that, something which you will get to hear very soon is a beautiful interpretation of Yardbird Suite with Donny McCaslin on the new Charlie Parker tribute project. We'll talk more about that when the time comes, but that is really turning my ears on at the moment.
Cool.
But anyway, the big news is you're back at Love Supreme Festival again. Third time, 5 years. Another second home for you. Beautiful location again. Looking forward to that. Is it the usual band?
Yeah, we'll be there with the usual band. I'll be Chip on piano. Well, you know, it depends on when and where you've seen me. The addition of Jabal Nichols on bass. Aaron has taken some time off. The addition of a organ player from the Czech Republic, Andre J. It's actually Andre Privec, but Andre J. He goes by. It's a little cooler, you know. So yeah.
Great stuff. Well, we're really looking forward to that. I saw you at North Sea Jazz Festival last year, and it was something approaching biblical. You're in like a stadium fit for massive rock concerts, and there's a sort of traditional jazz quintet on stage, and I just thought, this is what it's come to. This is beautiful.
You know, I still am blown away by that gig. You know, it's kind of one of those situations where you're kind of floating above the whole situation. And I had to go back and kind of catch clips off of YouTube to really just like, okay, let me see what happened there. Because, you know, it's moving so fast. Sometimes the sound is separated from your ears because the audience was so loud and so hyped. It was like, wow. But really a special time.
We're really looking forward to it. Gregory, thank you for taking the time out to talk to us.
Thank you so much, Jazz FM. You've been great friends, and, you know, let's keep it going. Thanks.